I'm here with Fred Whyte, president of STIHL Inc. Fred, as usual, thanks for sharing some time out of your busy schedule. I know you're out there, everybody's always trying to find you and hunt you down, and I always really appreciate you taking some time to speak with us.
Oh, my pleasure, Brent, and it's hard to believe another year goes by, and here we are back at GIE+EXPO, but a great show, well attended. 22,000 feet of hardscape that's new out here this year, and smiles on everybody's faces. Everybody's a bit more positive than last year, for sure.
Oh, I can definitely tell that the mood has changed from last year, and when the doors opened at 9, they came flooding in. I haven't seen it that busy in quite some time, so it was really impressive. You know, Fred, we're going to go ahead and start off. STIHL just celebrated a huge milestone in your U.S. manufacturing. Why don't you go ahead and tell us all about that?
Well, in October, we we actually celebrated the manufacture of our 40 millionth unit in Virginia Beach, and it ironically was our best-selling chainsaw nationally, the MS-290 Farm Boss. And as it so happened, Mr. STIHL was from Germany visiting, so we had a fantastic celebration, and we ended the day with beer and brats and sauerkraut and pretzels for 1,800 employees. We had to wait until they were off the job to make sure that there was no problem with quality control.
You know, the other thing, visiting, I had no idea how many products you actually manufacture right there in the Virginia Beach plant. Why don't you go and tell us about some of the products that you guys are manufacturing up there at STIHL?
Right, and you're correct. A lot of people have the impression that maybe we're just a tinker toy operation, that they're bolting things together in parts and pieces, but it is a very integrated manufacturing operation. And when you do vertical integration, the real advantage, Brent, is you control your own quality. So from carburetors, pistons, injection molding, when we do a lot of these things ourselves, then you're not relying on an outside supplier, and that really is very important.
So let's just switch gears for a minute. You know, I read recently through an independent survey, and that STIHL was named the #1 brand of handheld outdoor power equipment in the U.S.
That is correct.
Mr. Whyte, what do you attribute that to?
Well, I'd like to tell you it's outstanding management, but there's probably no one ingredient that I could point to. I think it's a confluence of many things that have come together over the years. Obviously, we have a very good product. We focus on quality. We continue to stick to the mantra of independent servicing dealers, because I don't care whose chainsaw it is, whose trimmer it is, whose blower it is, ultimately it's going to require service. So we like our retailers to establish a relationship with a consumer so they'll come back in and buy other products from them. And so we really take a long-term approach to business, if you will.
It's always a pleasure catching up with Fred Whyte, president of STIHL Inc. Next up, I continue my 4-year quest to learn more about the propane mower movement from the guy that pioneered it all, Jim Coker of Metrolon. Right now I'm joined by a good friend of mine, Jim Coker. Jim, you know, last year here at GIE+EXPO, you introduced the Metrolon program. You had a lot of good feedback. This year, you're here, you're bigger and better, you got a huge booth. Tell us what you've been up to.
I'll tell you, Brent, it has been so exciting this year. We partnered up this year in our booth with ROUSH, Alt Fuels, Manchester Tank, and it has been non-stop this whole show. My legs are killing me, Brent, I want you to know that, but the interest of propane just keeps growing. You know, as awareness goes out, as I travel the country, talk about an American fuel, talk about the cleanness that we need, the awareness just keeps growing and growing, and I think people are really taking notice now that it's a viable issue to change their fleet over to propane.
Well, I know you've been traveling the country all this year. You keep sending me emails saying, hey, this is what's going on. Tell the folks out there what you're hearing on the street.
What I'm hearing on the streets, we have been in California, we've been in Texas. We signed up the first national parks in Texas at the Missions. They're excited to take it nationwide. All the cities, municipals, they're looking at ways and how they can lower emissions, use an American fuel. And you know what? At the bottom line, when I show it to them, they're saving money, Brent.
Well, and the thing that I'm finding, because I'm actually talking to a lot of people about this, especially in my area down in Florida, when I speak to them, especially on a dealer level, it's pretty interesting because I know more about the program and what's happening out there than they do. And there is some kind of a disconnect, and it's got to come from the manufacturers. And I know you're working on that, and I know you're making tremendous headway. You've had some meetings here at the show?
Yeah, I've had great meetings here at the show. And one thing that we're offering is to be able to make it seamless. once the mower goes away from the manufacturer and he goes to the dealer, we help the dealer sell it. We help him to put an infrastructure in for his customer. It makes it so easy. That's the reason we call it a program. I tell people all the time, Brent, I'm not selling propane. I'm selling the program. And when you have a program that involves giving the cylinders, giving them the fuel their way, and having the total infrastructure, Brent, it's a no-brainer for everyone to be switching to propane. One thing I've done recently I got to tell you about is our website. And any landscaper, anybody that's looking to switch to propane, they can go to the Go Green Metro Lawn website. I have a special fuel calculator that can take them in there. They can put their local gasoline price and put how many hours, everything. It will calculate how much they will save by switching to propane.
Well, I did see the calculator you were showing me. You debuted it here at the show, and like that, you've taken the thinking out of it, and that's why I like the Metro Lawn program. You know, folks, if you're out there and you're on the fence and you want to learn more about propane, you want to look propane mowers, trucks, anything, go visit the Go Green Metro Lawn website. Jim Coker is going to be on there. You're going to see him talking just like we talk here today, and he's going to tell you all about the program and suit all your needs. Here's a question. You have your propane mower, but what's going to hold your fuel, and how are you going to use its performance to get you to the job site?
Hi, I'm Frank Lane. I'm Director of Research and Development with Manchester Tank and Equipment Company. And we're here at the GIE+EXPO to debut our new refillable 1-pound cylinder. We've got two models of this. This is a 3.8-inch diameter. It'll fit all the camping appliances, some of the string trimmer adapters, and some of the leaf blowers as well. It fits a number of small appliances. It also is designed to fit all of the camping and adapters that are available out there. It has a correct connector to fit all of the existing camping supplies and camping equipment, and all of the string trimmers and leaf blowers that are available from several sources here at the show. Both sizes and versions of the cylinder and the fill devices will be available in early 2011. You can find them at your local Metro Lawn, Heritage Propane, or other propane dealer, and they'll be able to teach you how to fill them or fill them for you and teach you more than you really need to know about how to use this product.
We've been in the propane autogas business here for about 4 years. We were lucky enough to start with PERC and a grant about 4 years ago to develop propane-powered vehicles, all based on Ford vans, pickup trucks, cutaway vans, and cutaway chassis. And over the last 4 years, we've learned a lot about the market. So we're excited from a propane perspective because it's domestically produced, it's clean, it's cheap, it's safe, and all the fleet customers we're talking to around the country are looking for a solution that I just talked about, right? Domestically produced, clean, cheap, safe. We're not sending money overseas for foreign oil. So ultimately, from our perspective, we develop liquid propane injection systems for Ford trucks, vans, cutaways, sell them to fleet customers. They reduce their operating costs by typically $1 a gallon, reduce their greenhouse gas emissions, and everybody's happy. Well, I think whether it's just for the green industry or beyond, we're spending $20 million here the next couple of years developing more product. So we're really bullish on propane, where it's going, the future of propane autogas. We're going to put more product on the market, we're going to improve the quality, and we're going to work with guys like Jim Coker and Metro Lawn to make sure end customers, whether it's a truck or it's a lawnmower, that they've got a product that meets their needs. If you'd like to find out more about our products, you can call 1-800-59-ROUSH or visit ROUSHCleanTech.com.
I'm glad to see Manchester Tank is a brand new edition of the Metro Lawn program, and Roush has really taken it to the next level. Now, let's see what's over at Ford Trucks.
Ford Commercial Truck has made several significant changes in their powertrains for the 2011 model year, many of which make the Ford green story better than ever, starting with the all-new Ford designed and built 6.7-liter Power Stroke diesel engine. And this is really a three-part story. First, Ford has adopted selective catalytic reduction technology to clean the air coming out of the tailpipe. Now, as you may know, the bad stuff in engine exhaust is nitrous oxide. Ford's new diesel engine now produces an amazing 80% less NOx than earlier engines. The new diesel engine also provides 25% greater fuel economy than its predecessor. Biodiesel is the third part of the story. The new engine is designed to handle a mixture of up to 20% biodiesel by volume and 80% petroleum diesel fuel. Now, this translates to a decreased reliance on fossil fuel to run our new engines. B20 capability is also available on our medium-duty truck line. Now, that's a 1-2-3 punch for green, cleaner air, better fuel economy, and biodiesel ready. At Ford, our green story continues to get better every year. One of the reasons that we continue to improve is by establishing relationships with vendors like ROUSH.
We're going to take another short break, and when we come back, we're going to learn more about industrial cabinets and what's new from STIHL.
Metrolawn, a division of Heritage Propane.